When you are working on releasing or letting go of a belief or an emotion, or working to kind of step into something new, and you feel maybe some fear about that, or you can feel that emotion like stuck, like maybe right here, or just your heart, maybe you have like nerves, just know that a lot of that comes from that inner fear. And a lot of that inner fear comes from the younger parts of us who started to learn about life. And this morning, my 5-year-old daughter was telling me that sometimes on the way home from school, she gets nervous when her brothers run ahead of her because she thinks she's going to get lost. And because I do these craniosacral therapy releases on people where I hear how much their younger 5-year-old versions of themselves are still scared of that same thing. And obviously they're not scared in their adult lives of getting lost on their way home, but they're scared of getting lost and nobody finding them or seeing them, of being lost to themselves, of being lost to however they think of God, of being lost to that love. And that feeling is so lonely, and we all experience it a lot. And so I could see that this is where those kinds of fears start, oftentimes in these really innocent ways of you being really young and being worried that you're going to be left behind and lost and nobody will find you. And I said to her, I want you to know that if you did get lost, I would find you over and over and over again. And she wasn't emotional before, but right away when I said that, her little eyes got all teary and she started to cry and smile. And it's because when you say something to yourself or to someone that matches the exact emotion of what you were scared of, it immediately releases a belief in that moment. And that's not to say that belief won't keep showing up, but in that moment, it tells you that the belief is not true, and the thing that you're saying out of love, or the thing you're hearing from someone out of love, is true. And today at the end of my yoga class, after everyone had done all the asanas the whole time, and we had focused our intention on being the light and the gift that you want in the world, in your life, at the very end, we were all in a seated position, and I told them that little story. And then I said, each of us has a part that is like a 5-year-old self that gets worried of being lost. And right now, I want you to imagine your future self or God, and they're coming to you right now, and they're saying, I will find you over and over and over again. And feel that in your body, feel that in your heart. You will never be lost because there's a part of you, your true self, that's more your future self, that is aligned, sees things clearly, has everything you need. And he or she will find you over and over again. And same thing with God. If that God language or universe sounds good to you, that God energy is really just bringing everything home to love, because anything that gets lost in you is always, at the end of the day, just light and love that forgot that it's love. Wanted to share that with you today because it feels good for my heart to share it, because I also have that little 5-year-old in me that says, what if I get lost? What if I don't make it home? And we all, every single day, have love, God, and our future selves that are finding us over and over and over again. If you're feeling anxious or sad or overwhelmed, if you're feeling lonely especially, try sitting calmly, taking your shoulders down away from your ears, inhaling, feeling a softness as you exhale. Let go of stress in your body and relax. Once you feel a little bit more relaxed, think of that something that is bigger than you. Universe, God, light, love, your future self. Coming to you, maybe shining on the top of your head and saying, whispering in your ear, in your heart, I will find you over and over and over again. We oftentimes are searching for our answers outside of ourselves. And sometimes it's nice to remember that those same answers, that peace, that love, that light, that truth, it's searching for you over and over and over again. Peace and love. I wanted to follow that up with, if you have never really met that inner child part of yourself. And I'm sure you've heard people say stuff about inner child, and it can kind of almost be said so much that it's almost like a turn off. But it is a real part of you that you carry around, whether you're aware of it or not. And if you have never met that part of yourself, a really easy way to do it is to get comfortable and have a seat and make sure that you're sitting up really nice and tall. And your focus when your eyes are closed right here. And just breathe slowly in and out. Try to get your inhales and your exhales about 6 to 8 seconds. The slower you breathe, the more oxygen you get flowing through your body, which calms you down. On your next inhale and stick your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Hold your breath as long as you can, maybe 10 seconds. When you're ready to exhale, release your tongue from the top of your mouth and exhale as long as you can through your mouth. This type of breathing stimulates your vagus nerve, which is the biggest nerve in your body and is what pushes you into that either sympathetic nervous system, which is freeze or flight, or your parasympathetic nervous system, which is what calms you down and regulates you. When you breathe a couple times this way, holding your breath with your tongue on the roof of your mouth and then exhaling as long as you can, you will feel your body naturally calm down. When you exhale longer than you inhale specifically, it makes you more grounded, more calm. After you've done that, bring your awareness to the part of your body that's really, really low down beneath your belly button, kind of in your hip area. This part of your body you have probably felt activated when you feel scared. It's your low back will maybe kind of tense up. And this part of your body is where you hold your deep core beliefs and oftentimes your deep core fears. And keep your eyes closed and just ask yourself the question, what did it feel like to be me as a child? Not the parts that felt good. What did it feel like when I felt pain or sad or alone as a child? And just let a memory or an image of you, the younger you can go, the better. So around 5, 4, 3, come to you. And whatever image is there, just breathe really gently and just watch that little child. He or she will probably be scared or lonely or feeling not good enough or trying to get love. And just ask that child, what do you need? And listen, your body will tell you. It's not hard. It really is not a reach. You know it because you lived it. And although you don't think of that part of yourself a lot, it thinks of you a lot. And oftentimes, not even oftentimes, I would just say always, that is the part of you that you see everything through when you are freaked out now as an adult. So if your younger version of you felt lonely a lot, then when you feel freaked out in your life, you're going to feel lonely easily, and you're going to see everyone as having left you, even if that's not true. And so just listen to what that inner child wants, what that inner child needs, whether it's, I need to be loved, I need to feel safe, I need someone to hold me. And then you offer that to them right now. This version of you that's sitting right here, you just say to that child, I can give that to you, I can help you. And just imagine taking care of them for a moment. Really, honestly, that's one of the first steps in so much healing. And if you have experienced a lot of trauma in your life as a child, then maybe be aware that that exercise could be a little bit too intense, and you would probably want to do it with someone that you feel really safe. So just know that I'm here for you. I'm sending you love and kindness and compassion, and I hope you have a great day.